Yo, it's Not Charles. That shit was crazy. Y'all are crazy. All those votes, that was insane. I'm just really grateful for you guys. All the messages I got, you guys were extremely nice, like asking me how I do this stuff. So I'm really excited to show you. Kenny, thank you so much, my G. You know, opening up a platform for people that are making music in their bedroom is just absolutely wild. I got a fucking Rhodes in my bedroom, taking up almost the entire bedroom, but I don't know. I saw chat saying it too, but it was ironic because, like, you know, the beat almost didn't get played. So I'm just thankful for that. Thankful for Kenny's meatball head ass for letting us do this kind of shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, let's get into beat breakdown. I'm excited to show you guys what I'm doing. Boom. All right, let's get into this beat breakdown. Very excited. So let's get into it. First thing on this beat, I started with guitar. I usually start with guitar because that's my main instrument, so I just feel most comfortable laying down some chords on that. I kind of had this intro idea into the first bar of the chords, so it sounds like this. So it sounds like that. That's the rhythm guitar, and then after that I just added some little embellishments just to try to pop it off a bit. Which ended up being my favorite part of the track when that pops out of the mix. For guitar, I'm running through Amplitude, which is just an amp sim, stock compressor, no changes, just a Logic stock compressor, RC20 just for some vibe, OTT, 14%, which is cool because you know, I basically use this as like a serial compressor, like or for serial compression, like just small amounts on a lot of tracks to kind of act like glue, but then on top of that, it kind of just, you know, lets things stick out of the mix when they should, right? And then I have an EQ just bumping like 2 to 250. On the lead guitars, I just took the top half of that chain that I made. This is just like a pre-made chain where I just record in, and then I'm able to just throw the chain on, and there's the sound that I'm used to and that I like. So same thing for these two. After that, I went to drums. Don't know where this sample's from. I think it's from Reddit because it's not labeled, and it was just in my sample folder. 80 BPM, which is my favorite BPM. That's what I'm comfortable with. Also helped with this hour of just feeling comfortable in a BPM. I knew I could get something going quick. So here's that. So very happy with that. Just as a actual loop opposed to one shot. It's got a decapitator on it, barely, just a teeny amount. R bass, just to add some low end back into it, because the decapitator I notice kind of pushes some highs up sometimes, but to get that low end back in, I use this as a compensation. 14%, just barely on it, that serial compression thing. After that, I went to this like melodic stack, which is just these three instruments bounced in place. It is the Addictive Keys Modern Upright. This flute sound, which is just a Mellotron flute in Logic, it's a stock plugin. Chicago Street, which is this really cheesy horn section, but sounds pretty good when you use it as stabs. So basically I just played out the chords on the piano, duplicated those to the Mellotron flute, you know, same exact MIDI, and then the street I just shortened them to get the stabs out of the chords that I needed, and it ended up, you know, all together sounding like this. So it's cool. I'm starting to feel some melody, starting to you know, get a vibe going here. Bass went to next. Fender Precision Bass flat wounds into the Apollo Twin, and then got this stock EQ electric jazz bass, a compressor, stock setting, CLA bass, which I stole from Kenny, I think. Just brought down, you know, clean edge, just brought down some of the parameters, with R bass on it to end, Parker bass thump preset. Ended up sounding like this. Very happy with that at that point. Add this Prophet lead, which again, another channel preset on a lot, like just like a lot of this stuff. Probably wouldn't have been able to do the battle without it because it just allowed me to just choose an instrument and choose a channel strip, and I already had it kind of dialed in how I liked. Compressor, RC20, some OTT, just some decapitator, and just some roll off on the low end, and then lead just duped, and then panned left and right, just a bit, 28, 27. Sounds like this. that's that top line. Loved it, but still feeling it. Then I got really lucky by finding this sample super quick. This Soul Surplus is just like a soul vocal that 80 BPM, A minor, exactly what I was looking for, but definitely helped fill out the vibe of this track. It sounds like this. So once those came in, I was feeling it. I was like, oh man, yeah, this is turning out. At that point, I still hadn't touched the sample, so I was a little worried about that. So I got to chopping that up. Basically, just took these like part of this howl from the dog sample, and I just duplicated that 4 times, and then this bar 4, where the progression starts, I just pulled it out. So you kind of get this siren effect, which is kind of cool. They sound like this. So that like kind of low growl siren-y thing I thought was really cool, and then I threw in some talking here in between the loops just to give it a vibe in between. Really cool. I was very happy how that turned out. Some people say they couldn't hear the sample, and I think I could have used it more, but I was kind of running out of time, and that was as creative as I could get with that at that moment. Cool. On that, I just have some auto pitch. It was already auto-tuned, so I had to like auto-tune it again to A minor, and then some tape delay. Yeah, so that was that. After that, I felt like it needed some arrangement, so I basically was playing the beat and just did some improvised like lead guitar over the beat, and then dropped out some of the other guitars, so it wasn't so much guitar. And I wasn't really happy with the take, but it was the first take, and I just it was good enough, so I went with it. It sounds like this. So again, I had that channel strip of the guitar tone I liked already, so I just duplicated that and just played it with these same settings again. I did duplicate that and pitch it up 12, which is so cool in Logic when you pitch it up and you get those artifacts. I'm sure that's every DAW, but it's just a sound that I really like, and it's not perfectly on time, and I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, that's that. So I did that for the arrangement, and that definitely helped break it up some. Dropping in the other guitars, bringing them back in, it helped. I also have this other lead part that I did right after that, which was like just went to the Prophet again, just like earlier, same thing. I just playing a lead line instead of to just change up the lead line. Sounds like this. So that was cool. I just did the same exact thing I did on the guitar. I played it in 1 octave, and then I just dropped it down 12 and then panned them just to get that separation. So it seemed kind of cohesive with the lead guitar part to do such a thing. And then from there, I really was just putting the finishing touches on it. I was happy with the mix as I was going. I was kind of adjusting levels, but I was just trying to find some cool stuff to put in between. So like I got this weird zither 80 BPM thing that kind of popped off the intro. Really cool harp sounding instrument. Then I just added this drum fill here and these chimes from Maxwell, which I really love. I use them all the time. Also added this siren because, as Kenny said before, you put a siren in a beat, it just pops it off. It's hilarious. So here's that. Then I really like these like little short yeahs. I put them in a lot of the beats that I do. It's not a tag or anything, but it's in almost all of my beats. It's funny. It sounds like this. Just got some tape delay, 16th note tape delay on that. Added a crash, nothing crazy there. And oh yeah, and then the intro. I just went back on some of these instruments and added, that lead, that thing I started with, that intro idea. So on bass, and added just the kick, not the actual drum loop. And I also did it with the melodic stack, so it sounds like this. So I felt like that intro really took it up a notch too. I thought, with this beat battle, there being so many beats, it's like if you focus on the intro, I felt that kind of helped me. I believe that's it. Oh yeah, and I did cut out the drum parts at some point. Like, you know, and instead of just letting it go all the way 4 bars, I would cut it out before and just add this snap, and it just, you know, helped give it some stank, if you will. So I was pretty happy with that. Otherwise, that's the beat.
Now, Charles, DM me on Instagram right now. DM me on Instagram right now. We're making music. Period. You get your ass a damn placement. Let's go, Charles. Charles, hit me on Instagram right now. Stop. Just don't even play any longer. I don't want to sign you. I don't want to fucking hear any beats that you've been working on. I want to make new music with you. You go crazy. I don't even need to hear the beat again. You go so crazy. And hey, if you don't want to make beats with me, Charles, that's cool too. But let me know if you need anything. Just hit me on Insta right now so we're in contact, because I'm going to tell people about you. You are crazy.